top players to know where he wants to use the character and where he doesn't want to use the character, so now it's just right back into picking the right characters. But there's one character that'll never go wrong, and that's Steve, ladies and gentlemen. Yamanaction going to be playing against Ken Sonic. It's going to be the blocks versus speed. Let's see which one's going to take it out.
Yeah, I always wonder what character Yamanaction is. He's like really good with Roy, Steve.
And the Luigi, let's not forget.
And I still have yet to figure out which matchup prefers each character. But he's so good with like all three that like it just seems to work out no matter which.
No matter which one he uses, I feel that. And I mean, the times we see Yamanaction switch characters are usually based around when the opponent knows how to play against Steve, and we're seeing Ken do it quite well at the moment. You know, only getting hit by some straight hits, not falling into any of the massive up tilt combos, up air combos that we're used to seeing. Jumping on that block there. Very lucky that you were able to grab the ledge for a back air, came swinging at your face.
Yeah, he almost went the free fall too.
Yes.
Like, from landing on that would have been so unfortunate.
It would be a very dangerous thing to do. This block character is full of shenanigans, but Sonic is not shy of playing his shenanigans. Trying to call out a lazy recovery there from Yamanaction, but it almost as if the pulling out TNT was able to stall just enough to avoid that forward air, but we're going to take that up air back air anyway.
Steve has like so many different ways he can mix up his recovery. Like, unless you just force him to up B in like an easy spot, it's not super easy to just jump off stage and hit him without like risking dying.
Absolutely, man. And you know, I'm loving seeing this neutral play from Yamanaction at the moment. Usually when you imagine Steve putting up the block, when we imagine Steve putting up the block, it's usually the 3, like this, to put up the walls. These last couple of times, he's just been chucking up the 1. Because I feel like that's all you really need to combat against Sonic. Sonic's wanting to approach you with these side Bs from the ground. You place the 1 down, you force him to jump, you call it the jump, you win. Congratulations.
Yeah, I like the block is just like such a good strategy to deal with spin dash. It's actually
Absolutely, man. Any character that can place these things down. We saw it when we saw the Sonic against the Rob. The Gyro was really a menace, and now Yamanaction is just pulling a card out of Zachary's book saying, I have a block too. Oh, just missing on that back throw.
I'm surprised Ken approached there when he like saw you put the block at the ledge. Like every suit goes for that tech trap there, but luckily he just didn't end up hitting the block.
Absolutely, man. We've seen the trap work countless of times, but I feel like may have sawn it and may have known that he could DI away from getting hit by it. Still a very risky move, but going in for that F tilt, not risking it at all. We're going in with our speed, we're getting our quick hits, we're taking stock, we built up enough percent so we can do it. And I mean, Yamanaction choosing now to place these 3 blocks instead of just the 1. We'll use them with a few more resources, but guaranteeing that even if Ken jumps over, we're not going to hit with a quick spin dash or maybe a I always call it focus attack. It's homing attack thing. You know, there's wrong character. We're not playing Shotos. That's the way.
Imagine if Sonic had focus attack.
And that would be crazy.
Oh,
I would love to see it, and I mean,
no, I would not love to see it, play it.
No, Sonic has enough shenanigans on his side. These up airs are the shenanigans he needs, man. Getting 40 off of a falling up air.
Yeah,
kinda good.
up air is super good at low percent. It's like guaranteed 49 on most characters.
Absolutely, and the resources are really low for Yamanaction right now. We haven't had a chance to mine. Ken's been keeping up the pressure. I mean, that's all you have to do right now, but too much pressure, you're gonna get F smashed.
Yeah, he didn't have.
Oh no, what a flub! I feel like he was trying to go for a side B there to jump out, get the minecart, recover, but yeah, just getting the up B instead. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's huge to drop that stock like that. He had such a huge lead. And like, yeah. I always wonder in this situation, like, does Sonic really have to approach? Like, it's fine if he gets the materials. I mean, it's not always fine if he gets the materials, but he could just pull the lead. And, you know, Steve doesn't have the best mobility.
Exactly. When you're playing this matchup from Sonic's perspective, you don't want to get hit by those falling anvils, but you definitely don't want to get called out on your movement. Movement is everything you have against this character, and I mean, there's some big hitboxes, there's some big swings, there's some armor moves, but as long as you're moving around all of them, just don't get hit. That's that's one of those documentary lines, right? They say it all the time. Just don't get hit, guys. Come on. That's all you got to do right now.
Sometimes, like, it feels like that's like a joke, but Sonic is one of those characters that it's actually true. Like, you can't just avoid getting hit by so many characters in this game.
Absolutely, man. We won't be seeing too many trades from this one. It's the speedy man pulling out with these legs. And I mean, if we can connect some kind of late hit of a nair into a back air, send Yamanaction off stage, a very risky air dodge there. We didn't get called out, so we're still playing this game, but a back air is what Yamanaction is swinging with right now, because we know that these percents that's going to take Ken right off the side.
Ken, you have the percent lead by 1%. Just run the clock.
Not even 1, it's like 0.3 at the moment, bro. You just get breathed on and it's going to be gone.
Oh,
There's
there
the
it
breath. Diamond pickaxe a breath of fresh air.
That back air is so scary, man. Ken's shield is being harassed. Okay, it's a little bit safer now. Can kind of get out of the corner without taking too much damage. Okay, nice timing of the spin dash leads to the minecart, but he needs to get some type of hit. He's just dodging everything for his life right now.
I mean, when I think of characters with scary back airs, I do think of Steve, but I also think of Sonic. We see Ken right now pulling them out, trying to see if he can hit his back air first. It really is a matter of who gets who. And I mean, jumping off the block there, I don't think the dash attack would have taken it. Not enough lag there.
Dash attack not safe. Okay, not enough to die to the up throw yet. Steve resources is relatively low actually though, so this actually isn't so bad, but he still has to worry about the diamond in his hand.
Absolutely, man. The diamond is what's going to be able to take the stock here. We just have to make sure we don't use too much of it. If we mine too much, without getting the diamond of our own, well, we going to see a block play? No, okay.
Actually, the block did a good job. You didn't get sent off stage. The pivot grab caught the roll. Yeah, that block being there was actually really good. Even though King got the back row, luckily the block stopped his trajectory, so he didn't get sent flying off stage and potentially get edge guarded. So
absolutely, man. I mean,
that's something you guys gotta worry about fighting Steve at high percent. Like they could just make a physical wall to like prevent themselves from flying off stage. It's like so crazy.
It's kind of a good option to have, man. A game about sending your opponent off stage, anything that can stop you from getting sent off stage is pretty damn good in my books. So we're going to see Ken pulling out the Sonic again. Wasn't quite able to take it in that first one, but we will see if he's able to pull out now. Everyone does say that the Sephiroth is a character that can do it against the Steve, but I feel like when Ken's piloting Sonic, he can do it just the same.
Yeah, he did get the set win over Aqua with Sonic, and I feel like ever since then he just had like way more confidence to use like Sonic for most matchups. But I do think Sephiroth's not a super bad pick. It's just he's just so like light, and against a character like Steve that can just blow you up from like one combo.
Oh yeah.
It could be a bit stressful. So. You
can understand why, because yes, Sephiroth has the tools where if you are playing perfectly, technically yes, you should win every time. But no one's ever going to play perfectly, especially against a character like Steve, which can pull out a lot of wacky, kooky options whenever it really feels like it. So. Just picking to stay with this Sonic, and it's working for him well so far. We're keeping a relatively good percentage gap at the moment. It's really just about who can take this stock first.
Definitely.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know if he was meant to go for a grab there against those blocks, because yeah, the lag he was put in, able to get Yamanaction, his minecart, building up a lot of percent off of that one, because the gold is on deck. But there is no iron left in his pockets. Look at this. This might be Ken's time to advance because we won't be able to use the minecarts for recovery. We won't be able to use them as an approach option yet. Ken's going in. He's back airing. Look at him go.
Oh, back to the ledge, though. That was actually pretty tricky recovery.
You gotta stay tricky in your recoveries, man, especially.
SD, surprising. No. I don't really see Yamanaction SD very often with Steve, but like today he's already done it twice in the same
the one set. How are you SDing with Steve? This is one of the characters with the most recovery options, and it feels like
you kind of have to like purposely SD with
exactly. Like how much pressure is this Ken Sonic putting on you right now, man? Like it's not the pressure cooker ain't going that hard, is it? Yeah, getting cooked up himself with that up smash, man. The Magma sending him sky high.
Dang, the homing attack like went straight into the block and just put him in so much lag.
Absolutely, man. The lag's all it needs to have right now when you're playing against a character like Steve. The down moves are fast, they're quick. There's not a lot of end lag on a lot of those moves, but Ken is able to use his speed to punish regardless. And we're seeing right now, we're going for these spin dashes, going for something, taking out the crafting table just to get rid of any resources we can, because we started that last one when Yamanaction was low on resources. That was when it was Ken's time to approach.
Looking like right now.
Yeah, bouncing around.
Sure, why not? Yeah, honestly, Ken has to take a pretty big risk to try to challenge him when he's on that block anyway, so I don't think. Oh, okay.
Can't blame him, man.
Oh, okay. Snuck on him with the auto. Luckily for King, he didn't take a huge punish. Oh,
wow.
Then going for the nil forward smash. I bet that diamond nil forward smash at the ledge of town might actually just flat out kill Sonic at 45. Like I've seen that diamond.
If Ken went to plat, it would have.
I've seen that diamond forward smash do some like unholy kills. Like
the unholiest of moves right now. But when you find yourself in a stock lead, you don't have to worry about the occult too much, because we have a bit of a lead to play around with. So maybe our time to advance. Yep, coming in with that homing attack, getting him going, and we're seeing Yamanaction pulling out all of the iron boosts he can at the moment, just trying to see if we can knock Ken away, build a little percent so we can get this kill. But Ken's playing super safe right now, and I can't blame him. This is Steve.
Yeah, all it takes is Ken like overextending just a little bit, especially while he still has this diamond tool in his hand. And And that's it. Like, you just don't really have a reason to do anything super risky in this situation with Sonic.
Absolutely, my man. You always have to be afraid of this back air. And wow, okay, I'm surprised he lived that one, to be honest. I mean,
I thought that was a free stock right there, bro.
Should have been an F smash and a handshake on the side of Steve, but I mean, Ken missing his tech chase, and again, not getting the kill. Are these blast zones been expanded, man? I thought this was meant to be the close stage. What's going on?
Let's just say Ken has DI of the gods. Okay, there's no DI that will save you there.
Yeah, not going to be able to DI into the stage. We're going straight down, no matter which way you like it. We both find ourselves on last stock against the Diamond Steve. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's scary. As actually, combo game is pretty solid. Like, you just need like one up tilt, and it can just be even or his percent lead. So I don't think Ken needs to do anything super crazy.
Exactly. You got to keep your wits about you right now. You don't want to do anything too insane, because, oh, that would have been a bit insane if we went off stage for that forward air. Ken's probably still able to recover in that position, but would have put a lot of pressure on him. That's all you really need to be right now. Play into that fear factor, because if we can make Ken make a couple of mistakes here and there, that's all we really need. Excellent air dodge to the platform.
Yeah, great match as well.
Okay, here it is now. We're getting a lot of percent. Ken leading his way into the point where we can go for these late neutral layers into the back airs. Yeah.
Punish.
Getting it with the spin dash now, but close to the ledge, we could be taking stock.
Yeah. Resources also really low for Yamanaction too.
It's a scary position, but this Iron Block's taking so much damage in order to get off the stage. Ooh, we're already swinging with the back airs. There's only a 32 Yamanaction. You got to build up a little more before we start swinging with those.
Oh, the up air.
Very unfortunate. Only getting the first hit, not connecting into the second. We hear Sonic players complaining about that one a lot. It's really good at low percents, but for taking kills, not as reliable. You know what is? That forward air.
Actually, really is very strong. Forward air.
Very reliable. Very reliable. One of those multi-hits that just seems to hit. You know?
Yeah. Some multi-hits in this game, like, you get the first 2 hits and then they fall out, but, like, Sonic's really consistent.
Yeah, people be falling out Pikachu forward air all the time. It's basically the same move, but you give it to Sonic and he makes it work, man. He makes it work.
Battlefield.
We'll see how we feel. I'm going to do a quick cut.
Battlefield. Interesting.
It is quite a stage to pick for this game 3. And we already see Yamanaction playing this game. We set up the blocks and we're up tilting.
He took 12.
That was a really good setup, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's actually, like, what do? You just let him mine until the TNT gets over? Like, you try to challenge him?
It definitely wasn't the most, like, resource logical, but it definitely looked cool. And what a time to bring it out on this game 3, because it is do or die for both these players at this point in the bracket. So only one will make it through on the loser's side of things. And Ken getting grabbed with his minecart, not putting himself in a good position within this first couple of seconds of the match.
Kind of tricky recovery challenge there while he's in the minecart. Oh.
It is very tricky indeed to challenge. I mean, challenging Steve at any point, especially when Yamanaction is the pilot, can be a very daunting task, but Ken is up for the challenge. Yamanaction already swinging with these F smashes.
That gold frame
kill
is so scary. Yeah, even the gold forward smash can just kill too. The fact that it's like so fast frame data as well, it's hard to just like run in on him and just throwing all these hitboxes. Oh, ooh! Just a little bit longer if he charged. I think might have caught neutral.
Absolutely, man. We were trying to catch it any time necessary. Because both these, you know what? We talk about Steve F Smash all the time. Sonic F Smash kind of funny as well.
Yeah.
It's a big, strong move. They get the cartoon character, the cartoon-sized fist, and I mean, tends to work on these recoveries as long as, or these neutral get-ups, should I say, as long as you're able to get the timing right. Ken missing it there, but still finds himself in a really good position with Yamanaction's material bar low. We won't be able to do too much of this recovery. I lied.
Smart. Yeah, Ken had no choice but to recover around the blocks, and Yamanaction noticed that, covered it immediately. Super smart edge guard.
And I feel like almost playing into his favor, they didn't have too much iron in that one there, because all you had to use was blocks, and the blocks against Sonic recovery, probably the better option than going for an iron play. So I like that. Yeah, we're using it again now. It got us the kill the one time, and now we're going to see if we can get it the Sutan.
Yeah, it has no hitbox rising, so once it has like a strong blocks right there below the ledge, like, Sonic has to try to recover around it. die basically every percent.
Absolutely, man. Yamanaction once again looking down the barrel of a small resource bar, but when you have this lead, it doesn't really matter. You just get to keep playing this game of hitting Ken off stage. We're still alive to Sonic back air, 169. Forward not connecting, but I mean, yeah, he doesn't want to build at any point during this time because you want to save your time for this next stock. Sonic can't kill, bro. What's going on? All right, forward air just
Still
missing.
doesn't have a sword or like an axe or anything.
You don't need it. Look at it. He's pulling out the lava bucket, bro.
He's actually just fighting with no tools.
Don't need no tools, but we're going to get the up throw. Yeah, haven't seen a Sonic up throw kill in a long while, and here we go. We're going to my little bit, choosing not to go for the diamond straight away because I feel like Ken would have been wary of it. He would have been able to push him off with that crafting table. Let's see where we go. I love that Ken's waiting. Every time Yamanaction throws out that up smash, expecting Ken to just speed dash straight into it, but he waits.
Yep.
Patient play. You love to see it.
That up smash is really punishable too on the ground if you're right next to Steve. You can like basically charge a full smash.
Look at this, man. I mean, Yamanaction chose not to make the diamond, and it's really hitting him in the butt right now because Ken's brought this one all the way back simply for the fact that Yamanaction hasn't had the stronger tool to take this kill. All right, he finally gets the grab.
Catching him.
This is our chance to build, but at these percentages, you might as well just wait till the next stock again.
Oh, def that homing attack. Super laggy when he just hit the ground. Oh, that takes him
Very
down.
unfortunate play. And you can hear the SDI coming out
Yeah,
of Ken's
yeah.
side.
I
Don't
looked
want to get hit
at
with that
my
combo.
peripheral, and I just saw him like destroying his controller. As soon as he started getting up tilt, he's like, "Please don't let me take 60 from an up tilt. I can't do this."
That's all you can ask for, man. This is tournament life right now, and you did so well to bring it all the way back. But Yamanaction is looking at double diamonds on both the stocks he has left, and I mean, Ken's. I don't want to be the Grim Reaper on this one, but Ken's gonna have to start playing a real safe game, you know, to take this one against Yamanaction right now. Never mind, just have smash. It's kind of
okay. He just jumps right into it. We'll take it.
That's the way, but the resource bar is completely gone. Able to build it back by using the iron to make the wall hard to get through, so Ken's struggling to find his hits at the moment right now. We're taking away that bottom block, so we're able to forward tilt the bottom ones away, but Yamanaction Diamond, it's still scary. You're only at 58, but it's scary. You're ready, spin dash not connecting. We're going with some multi-hits on shield, but the burst range of Steve proving a bit too hard for Ken. Yamanaction doing his best not to get hit by any of these spin dashes. He's shielding at the perfect times, holding it as well.
Like right next to the crafting table too. Oh, nice. Up tilt back air, man. Ken is in a huge percent deficit. All right, never mind. Yamanaction giving him some chances to come back by blowing himself up, doing like 20% to himself.
Don't let the flub setup happen to you again, man. Yamanaction, we've seen 2 SDs already. Don't let this be your third, hypothetically. But we're going to have to, you know what? We're back. The mentality is here. We have another diamond. Our pickaxe may have broke, but we're going to build another. But we're a bit scared to do it when Ken's charging a spin dash. We got it out anyway.
He's making an obstacle course
for Ken
to go through. Yeah, that was crazy, actually. Wow. If that minecart connected, it was game for sure.
Absolutely, man. We have the gold on deck. All of the strength and power is within Yamanaction's hands. It's just whether he's able to use it against Ken right now, who is keeping his distance very well. I hate to be the bearer of epic news, but we're looking at the last minute of the match right now, so if these players keep going in the way they're going, we could see a timeout on the side of Yamanaction. Yeah. All you have to do is play safe, because, to be honest, I don't want to approach on Ken right now. I know what this guy can do.
Yeah. Yamanaction's, like, defense right now is crazy. Ken, like, is struggling just to find the tiniest opening, but that recovery was not safe. Oh! Yep, you can't challenge that force smash, even though he blocked it. Not that much lag.
That's the way, man. We've seen Yamanaction make his way through 2 different diamonds on this one. He's onto his 3rd.
Oh no, Ken has stolen the percent lead. That grab. Oh, these grabs from Yamanaction, what?
They're not doing it, and I can kind of see why he has to throw it out. He wants to connect with his grab, so he has time to build a diamond, but Ken's not going to give it to you. Get the back air. What a comeback, dude!
He canceled it. He canceled the craft animation. Maybe try to bake him to try to punish him for like trying to craft on the table, but by the time he canceled it, he already got back there.
We saw that one with 15 seconds left on the clock. Ken was able to get that backer, and I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Yamanaction, especially with this Steve, we can think about how